turning on the Technisonic lower left rotary knob, press and release, quick press. You probably won't see this background during the day because it'll be extremely dim. And remember that as it boots up, it will boot up in the brightness that it was left at the last time it was turned off. If the sun is really bright with the brightness that you see right here, you may not even see the screen based on how much sunlight is in the cockpit. So rather than think that the radio isn't coming on, the first thing to do, if that amount of time transpires, 20, 30 seconds, you don't see anything on the screen, press the brightness button and hold it. And it will come up. If it does not come up in brightness, the radio didn't come on for whatever reason. All right. As it comes up to the home screen, it is also frequencies. If you had a previous mission and you want to continue with the frequencies you left it on, great. If somebody has been playing with it, maintenance has been working with it, you need to put it in the home frequencies. You have a cheat sheet that has module 1, 2, and 3 home frequencies that are already programmed in. So you would go to module 1. Now you'll notice that I pressed it and got an X on the screen. If you press the module button an extra time, you will mute the radio. So when you see that X, you have muted the radio. Get rid of that. Module 1 is selected. And go to the home button per your cheat sheet and a long press on home. And VTAC 11 is where it's at. I'm going to go to these other two modules. So we've got module 2, which is UHF. Again, long press on home, goes to Live Star Cross. Go to module 3, long press home, NG Flight Ops. So that's where you should be as far as your home screen. Okay, going back to module 1. As far as changing channels, a couple of different ways. Right now, you can see that the rotary knob, lower right corner, its function is volume right now. And keep in mind that each radio has its own volume level, which is nice to have. All right. If I press the rotary knob one quick short press, it'll go to channel. And I can rotate and change the channel on the radio that way. I can also go to M up, M down button and change the frequency that way. I can go backwards or forwards. All right. That applies to each one of the modules. Also, if you want to see the zones, you would press what we call the soft keys. So in the bottom part of the lower left of the screen are soft keys that correspond to the dashed buttons below it. So I'm going to press under zone, and you can see that the rotary knob can take you through different zones. And then you would press under select, press that button to select that particular zone. And we still have channel lower right. We can change the channel there. Now, again, if you get somewhere and you don't remember how to get back to the home frequency VTAC 11, again, module is highlighted, press long press home, and you're right back where you need to be. Okay, so lower right we have channel. I'm going to do a short press on the rotary knob again. It's num lock. I'm going to press it one more time. And to get to a zone and a channel, which there are lots of zones, lots of channels, if you're given a zone number and a channel number, then you can enter it here. You do have to enter all 6 numbers. So let's say that we need to go 8 TAC 91. We're going to go to module 3, which 8 is 800 frequency. So we want to go to 8TAC91. You've been told it's in zone 5, channel 2. So I am going to go 0, 0, 5, 0, 0, 2. And you can see 8TAC91. Okay, so we're going to cover a couple of buttons in the lower right. So if you'll notice upper right, you have slashes in the zeros. This ESW button, if you were to press that, you will notice that I keep changing the numbers in the zone channel. That's because there's a 0 on ESW. So we've already gotten our frequency here. So you need to press the rotary knob one more time to volume. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to use the ESW button because it'll be considered a 0. So when you press the ESW, you'll notice the slash goes away on the 0. You need to have the slash, so if it is not there, use the ESW button to get back to that point. Also, I'm going to go to module 3. 8TAC91 is one of those frequencies. If you're told that 8TAC91 is going to be on a repeater, you'll notice that VTAC 11 has the up arrow, which means it's a direct line of sight frequency, me to them. 8TAC91 right now is considered to be on a repeater. It is not direct. So if you're given information that it's not on a repeater, or you're not hitting a repeater and you need to go direct to someone, you would press the TSW until you get to C, which would give you the arrow, and now you are direct line of sight on that frequency. If you're going to be a little bit closer or farther away, and you go away from someone, now you're going to hit the repeater station, go to A, that arrow goes away, and now you're hitting the repeater state. Okay, to get, again, module 3 back to home, back to NG Flight Ops. If I don't remember the zone, just long press home, and it will take me right back to NG Flight Ops. With the cheat sheet, some frequencies have already been programmed in. So on presets, you have F1, F2, and F3. That would be a short press. To get to, it's like radios on your radio, buttons on your radio in the car. So it's been programmed with certain frequencies, and your cheat sheet has that. So we'll go to module 3. So a short press of F1 gives me 8TAC91. Short press of 2, TEMA Ops. Short press of 3, NG Ops. So that's on your cheat sheet. It's a short press. If you were to need to program a frequency in F1, F2, or F3, you would need to do a long press. You would simply go to the channel and the zone. So let's say that we're going to go M up and M down to change to another frequency. And then we would want to put that frequency in one of the presets, F1, F2, and F3. You would simply press, long press, and release to put that frequency in the preset of F1. You also have quick channels that are programmed to each module. So module 3, I'm going to go back to NG Flight Ops by long pressing home. I'm going to go to module 1. And so on your cheat sheet, quick channels are function F1, F2, F3, and F4. The reason we did not use F4 on the presets is because F4 is the scan function, and that gives you the Z on the screen. And the pre-programmed frequencies in module 1 for scan are VTAC 11 and DOME. That is also on your cheat sheet. So if you press F4 in a module, you're going to go scan. Okay, that is on your cheat sheet of which frequencies you're actually scanning. So I'll turn all of those off. That is why F4 is not used on the preset that is for scan, but in the quick channels where you use the function and the F1, F4 is used. So you have 4 of those. That's on your cheat sheet. So you would go to function F1, and so on your cheat sheet, module 1 quick channel is dome. And so that applies to all 3. It would be a function and the F number to get to those frequencies on your cheat sheet. These are your basic functions on the Technisonic radio. To turn it off on the rotary knob, you would press and hold until you get the off displayed on the screen, and then you can release.